What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to episode 10 of Coffee and Combat. Today we're sitting down with Paul Ravishing Ryan. He's 8 months as a professional boxer and he's agreed to sit down and do these questions with us today. Thanks very much, Paul.
Thanks for having me.
Good to see you. Yeah, no hassle. Before we get into the questions and all, I just want to know, and everybody else might want to know, where do you get your bleeding t-shirts from? Every time I see you on Instagram, you funny t-shirts.
I wear Temu.
Is it Temu, yeah?
Addiction to Temu.
Right, yeah.
I had it on my phone, and my app was, my card was on it. The minute I'm pressing buy, just straight away it goes.
A big hype of them coming to the door the whole time.
And then I'm losing track of orders for more coming and more coming.
I've seen Diddy Party and Angela Lansbury and everything on the bleeding gas.
I had Murder She Wrote, Jesse Fletcher.
That's the one, yeah. Class there. Can you tell us a bit about yourself and a bit more about yourself outside of boxing and what your interests are other than boxing? Obviously being a pro, obviously that's your main time-consuming thing, but other than that, a bit about yourself.
Well, other than that, there's not a whole lot.
Right,
It'd be a fairly short interview then. But,
right, yeah.
Boxing's me, that's all I've done. I started boxing when I was 7, down at my local club, just fell in love with it straight away, kept on it. My first competitive year, I won Dublin Championships, went to the All-Ireland and stuff, and just kept rolling. And then throughout my amateur career, ended up winning. I won 3 national titles, a European silver and a world bronze medal.
Right.
So I always just took to it straight away.
I was going to say that you did an extensive amateur career, 42 fights as an amateur, didn't you?
They were only carded like the way, like, because back when I was
even
amateur,
more.
You're coming down, you're going to clubs and you're fighting twice a day, like you're fighting every week, like, you know.
Yeah.
So it was just, that was all it was, just boxing.
And would you reckon it's very important to have a longer amateur career before making that break into pro?
I think you need to be doing well as an amateur. You know,
right.
so you don't want to be winning. If you have whatever your aspirations are as a pro, you want to be winning your nationals. You want to be international. If you want to make a career out of professional boxing, you need to have a good amateur career, I think.
Is that because promotion-wise, and they look at you and say, well, this kid has potential. He's at the winning on the amateur scene.
Like that as well, but they just the schooling you get. I can tell a lot. If you're watching boxing, you can see who. He's boxed as an amateur and he hasn't.
Yeah.
You can tell there's that bit of sharpness, there's that bit of quick-footedness, you know.
Yeah.
The schooling in them, it makes a difference big time.
And as well as that, even the way they take instructions, I think, as well. You can see people who had a longer amateur career, when they listen to their corner, they can actually put it into...
taking it in
and they put it into action.
You know what, it's the more you're doing it, the longer you're doing it, the more you're going to understand it. So you're going to give a better understanding. So when you're giving me instruction, I know what the instruction is, I know why I'm doing it.
You've already done it before, probably.
I can go and do it then, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And so you're a southpaw. Yeah. So obviously now me watching it as a boxer and up there and doing the pads, that's why I'm so sweaty. We run a good session there. I love watching southpaws, but I had 3 fights so far this year, and the one fight against southpaw I lost. I felt like I got in there and I didn't know what was going at me.
We're nuisances,
it's completely different. What's it like to box a southpaw?
None at all. It's because obviously the way the feet line up, like when you're southpaw and southpaw, you have a straight pad for your jab, so it makes no odds really.
Right.
But again, that's come back to your amateur career. When you get to like the All-Irelands, by the time you get to like the semi-finals and the finals, all the later stages, it's all just southpaws.
Right. So there is something to it. Like,
you know, just because you don't see them that much.
So rarely.
Then you get them in the All-Irelands, so anyone that you're not boxing them in your cadet championships or your state championships, you're going to come up against them and kind of panic a bit, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
So by the end of the finals, it's all southpaws.
Like when I done the novices there, I never even sparred. I've never even sparred a southpaw, and I went in there and I was like, you know what actually copped there? I was looking down and his foot kept on going to my foot, and I was like, what's going on there? Next of all, I was like, boom, oh fuck, he's a southpaw.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
tiny tricks like that.
And like that, he ended up going on to win it then. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So there obviously is a bit of science in that, like, you know.
100%, yeah.
You are obviously a middleweight. You'd be a natural middleweight. You don't really fluctuate.
No, I don't walk around too heavy. I'm never more than like 15 pounds really over the weight. So I always kind of keep. I live a good disciplined life. Like I'm never kind of binging or picking out around, so I won't really blow up in weight. Yeah. You know,
so you're only in and around the whole time, walking around that fight weight.
About 15 pounds.
And if you were to shift that, like how easy, how hard, or would you find it like?
Oh, I do it. It's handy clockwork now. Like if you wanted me to do it, I could do it in 3 days if you had to.
Right. Yeah.
Because there's so much time you're doing it, you know the procedure, you know where you need to be, you know what to do. It's grand.
And nutrition wise, like, would you be out of camp? Like, would you be mad on something and you wouldn't be at all, or do you just sort of have a steady diet?
I'm a pig. I can't do, like, you know the people that do like I'll eat weekends, I'll eat a bit of junk. I can't do that. I'm just a pig. So I need to just be in camp all the time. I need to be clean eating. I can't do like a little bit here and a little bit there. You know them, I can go and have 4 biscuits out of the thing and put it back. I have the whole sleeve like.
Well, like that with the bourbon creams and a cup of tea. I go through the whole one of them, 1 cup of tea.
I'm a fat pig. I am. I just can't not do it.
And do you do that like before training? Like, would you just like? I was talking to Gaz Hickey there last week. He's a strength and conditioning coach and all, I say, what would you tell your athletes before a training session? Would you be strictly like toast, honey, a banana, or would you?
I have the exact same breakfast I eat every single day.
I'm the same. What would you have now?
Oats, chia seed, berries, and whey protein.
Right.
With water.
Every single day?
Every single day. I've probably been doing it genuinely the last 10 years. Even when I was a kid, I was eating that.
Right, yeah.
Just the last 10 years.
And you look forward to when you're hungry. I'd be the
Yeah.
same. People look at me and say, how can you eat the same thing every day? It's like when you're eating at certain times, you're hungry at that time, so you're going to eat
Your
whatever.
body clock just adjusts.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you wouldn't like be one of these people that say, right, I'm going up to do a session here now, I'm going to mill a bag of Skittles.
No,
or...
I'd never do that. No.
Yeah,
I know
naturally.
some people do. They kind of
Yeah.
feel for the session. I know what I like. I know what works for me at
That's
this
it.
stage, so I know what to eat and what not to eat.
Exactly, yeah. Class. And so the WBC, this middleweight Grand Prix, I watched it the last one, we were shouting on you from the house and all the kids are watching it, was bleeding class, some performance, you had your man down a couple of times.
Yeah.
Stellar performance, to be honest with you, it was great to watch. How did that come about? How did you get into that?
So applications opened up back in December, and
Right.
the manager got on to me and he says, "Look, we'll send you into this, have a go." And we were like, "Yeah, grand." Never really thought much of it. Said, "Yeah, we'll send an application in," and we didn't hear it, and it went quiet then till about February, and then at this stage we just thought, "Alright, we didn't get it." So we actually agreed for another fight in April. That was grand, trained away, and then I got a phone call saying, "Yeah, that fight's not happening." WBC came through. So I was
Lovely.
like,
Happy days, yeah.
It was just literally application sent in, we got picked. So
Lovely.
delighted with it.
And there was just a phone call from them and they said, yeah,
Got an
you're in.
So they got an email say, I think it was a Thursday night actually, because I was in here, I was doing my class. It was an email. I got an email saying we were in. The next morning, contracts got sent out. Everything I had to do, me whereabouts for the drug testing and stuff
Yeah.
like that. All that got sent out literally the next morning.
Lovely.
Off we went, yeah.
And that was it then from them.
That was
Class. And being in that now, like, looking forward to it, like, what would it mean to you to win that, like, to get to the final, to win that? Like,
It's everything. It's
open up doors.
change, like literally, it's as much of a life-changing opportunity as you can get.
Yeah.
You know, it's the difference between me going and being on the big cards out in Matchroom and being over, you know, with Eddie
Yeah.
and being over back with Turkey in Saudi, or it's going back to small hall shows, selling
Right.
tickets. You know, that's
Yeah.
the difference.
But being on that now, having the opportunity to get on that, you're in the main stage now. Like, that's like, everybody's watching that. Like, the amount of people that were watching it last time, you know what I mean? So, putting on a good performance now means, like,
That's what I think. Even like from the last one I shown, not only am I there, I belong to be there. You know, so it's like, yeah, I'm here, but this is the level I'm at.
exactly, it was stylishly done as well, you know what I mean? Like, so hopefully that now, people looking at that will say, like,
Yeah.
there's this fella that's coming,
100%, yeah.
looks to them like it's at the coming out of nowhere, like, to the likes of people on the regional scene in
wouldn't really
Ireland,
know, yeah.
that's not really, but
Yeah.
out of nowhere then, some people in America or wherever
Exactly,
say, geez, this fella's
That's
playing
all. It
class,
just takes
like.
one person to watch it, take a liking to it, and
That's
all
it, you'll
can
blow
be,
up from then, yeah.
Yeah.
And going forward now for your next opponent, is there anything been said or in the way, have you looked into him or?
No, we watched him a bit. A Canadian guy, Southpaw. So
Yeah.
not too worried. Once I'm on, once I'm switched on, I don't think there's anyone that'll beat me in the world.
Class.
So I know once I'm on, I do everything I'm doing. I'm gonna go.
There's no issues. I sort of already asked, have you any pre-fight rituals? So before you go into the ring, either here, obviously Saudi Arabia was a different ballgame. Did you do anything that you always do? Is there anything that you do the same thing the whole
No,
time?
I'll always try to never have like the same thing. Because
Right.
I wouldn't want to have like a then type of superstitions where I need to do this. I need to put my left sock on first.
Yeah,
I always try
yeah,
to make
yeah.
everything completely different. Because
Right.
I would find that then people that get like have to wear a lucky pair of jocks, have to do this, have to do that.
Pray
It just throws them off then if they can't do it, you know.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'll try to make every single day just completely different.
So you just don't, no matter what you do, and then we
Just
don't
go
look
completely
at
on the fly kind of thing.
Yeah, whatever happens, happens.
Exactly, yeah.
Obviously being a boxer, you'd be a boxing fan yourself.
Yeah.
Who would you say at the moment or all time, who is your favourite fighter?
So all time it'd be Pernell Whitaker. I love him.
Yeah, Pernell Whitaker, yeah.
Southpaw, he won
Yeah.
gold in the Olympics. Four-weight world champion, I believe, as well.
80s, I think, was he around the 80s?
86 he won.
86,
gold,
yeah.
He was brilliant. So
Yeah.
he'd be my favourite all time. And then currently, I'm loving Crawford at the moment.
Yeah.
He's on it. You know, I think he's really good.
Yeah.
I have him to beat Canelo.
Yeah. That's Canelo coming back down, is it?
No, he's gone up.
Canelo's going.
No,
Crawford's going up.
to
That's what I'm saying.
super middleweight.
So
Yeah.
Canelo's not coming back down. He's staying where he is. Crawford's going up. Yeah, that'll be an interesting one. That's September.
September. Yeah.
And as far as fighters, what about a favourite fight? Have you got a favourite fight that just sticks out that you always think, did you see that fight? Do you remember that fight?
No, none really. There's never like obviously there's the Gatti Wards and
Yeah.
the Corrales and Castillos and stuff like that. But like I love the good high technical level fights.
Yes,
that
yeah,
most
yeah.
people probably would see as a snooze fest. I love that. I love
Yeah.
seeing tiny adjustments being made in between rounds and stuff
Yeah.
like that. I think that's boxing for me, you know.
Yeah, class. Yeah, not like the big slugfest, like, you know what I mean?
Exactly,
Yeah. They are obviously, as you said, more for the crowds and the audience.
Exactly.
You know
You
what I
can
mean?
appreciate for what it is, but I love
The sweet
like,
science.
I love like a Lomachenko or
Yes,
that's like
yeah,
you can
yeah.
see how intricate their style is and how much detail goes
Well,
into
he's like a rare case because he is like that, makes the adjustments. He is intricate and he is like. But then when he pulls off the things like he's around the back of someone and he's putting on that back.
all
You know what I mean?
angles and everything.
Yeah, so that's even more exciting to watch then as well. Sort of, we were saying there a second ago about like in camp eating. Well, what would be your favourite takeaway spot?
Do you know what? I'm not mad into takeaways, but I love a steak. I love getting a big steak and the garlic cheese, potatoes,
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
fucking pepper sauce and the onions and all. That's I can't just go and get. People always say you just go get one steak. I can't have to get the cheesy potatoes and the chips.
Right, everything with it.
Everything, all the trimmings.
So like your bleeding favourite thing would be like a healthy meal for most
probably,
people.
but no, not even because there's probably 3,000 calories on the plate.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. When
yeah.
is your next out for your next fight? Yeah, next fight is against Derek Pomerleau or something.
Yeah,
He's a Canadian fella.
Canadian guy. Yeah.
And the date for that?
The June 24th.
June
So
24th.
5 weeks today, actually. Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah.
I'm out with that point myself now as well.
Lovely. So two wins.
Two wins coming up. And have you any predictions?
A win, no matter what.
No matter what.
Any means necessary.
Yeah, 100%.
Absolutely.
Thanks very much, right? Nice one,
Having,
Paul.
really appreciate it.
Everybody follow Paul on this and make sure you look out on June 24th to watch his next fight in Saudi Arabia on the WBC Middleweight Grand Prix. Paul, thanks very much, you're a legend.
Thank you very much.
That's it.